Hello guys, how's it going? How are we today? I hope everyone's all good. I'm doing alright myself. Anyway, let's carry on with the story and yeah. Right. Right. Your destination is the structure there across the Kingdom of the Darkness. But climb onto Argos's back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship crew, and facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Head there, consult together. You may guide the staff and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Only allies. Our allies are assuring. Thank you. That's better. Our allies are assuring, notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it should be best if we did not all go at once. I suppose the two of us cross first, while Thangrit and Uruk wait here. Aethia is impervious from the crater, remains of the Exodia, most like. Going into the store here again. This structure is enormous, although that is hardly surprising given the size of the Avengers of average Alatoni. Apologize for the wait. Alright then, let us head inside and Most intriguing. Means by which he conserves energy, perhaps. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We make things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him awaiting over long.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
It's a bunny.
Look lively, everyone!
Sorry, just one moment. Just need to do something.
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose: to bear the people of Aetheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends! We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
So cute.
I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Hop to it! That's cute. spell that. Whoopsie! I spelled it wrong. That's so cute.
'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
They must be the Lombard rocks mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watch did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech must be their leader, or was their leader, although we might help to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let us be about it. Right, let's jump. Whee! Oh, that really hurt. Da, 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 da. Oh, there's one current over there. I wonder if I can get up there. There's supposed to be something else. Right. The leader of the crew, not me, I'm afraid. Sing away the name. I'm in charge of sorry. Right. I'm in charge of the construction and maintenance of the atmosphere circling system, only to chipset clear air from the peoples of either ways. And that's a promise. Sleeping ways. My job is perhaps it's better ask. What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told? Take me to your leader. Were you the ones giving orders earlier? Me? Oh yes, of course. As the only one around here capable of doing anything properly, it falls to me to take care of the others. Well, looks like you beat us here. Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them? A group comprised entirely of children. What must their parents be thinking? This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one, or did we build one already? No matter, you need not to worry. Your pretty little heads will be well, I promise. By goodness me, we shouldn't be standing out pouring. I must take you to the meeting to meet the others. If you could run along back towards the entrance, you found a path that leads to the central platform up on the upper floor. There is no wrong way to reach it, but it is large, glowing ball in the center if you should find yourself lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there. Well then, back to the upper floor it is. Going up. so cool. Hurry now, time of the essence. The next job's quickly now.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem.
That's so cute! I just want to grab them and give them a big hug! It's so cute!
My name is Livingway, and we are the Loporits, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Etheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw. Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Etheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations. Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further.
Whoa.
Here we have Etheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now. Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Etheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Etheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Etheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
With the moon. Cool.
Easier said than done, admittedly. For one does not simply hop from star to star on a whim. Which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Heidelin. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Help? From who?
From you and yours! Who else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Heidelin.
Heidelin herself led you here. You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot people.
Little baby carrot people. Oh, that's funny.
While Amarotines were a great deal taller, in the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher? Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it? you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes, in due time. But first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
This is cool. I know. Oh, this is awesome. I like this. What's this? Purple carrot juice. Alright then. Now, you're here. We need you to teach us all you can about your people, and quickly. It won't be long before the final days are upon us. In all their terrible grandeur. So it is impressive that we be prepared to receive our passages to be. If there is anything at all that may displease them, it must be addressed post haste, and address it we shall. Here at Bestway Burrows, we have assembled everything required to offer our guests the best way forward. We have pursued my raid abilities. We understand to the essential for day-to-day living, and I wish to hear your options on them. I'm sure you've all worked up an appetite, so why don't we start with food stuff? Meet me at the carousel, and we'll see that filling for your bellies. Does she not want there is the notion of the rushing climate that's being a matter of course is rather concerning. Nevertheless, let us take the opportunity to learn more of the leper props and this vessel. Out. Man, big ass doors, man. Shit. Whoa. Welcome to the Carolism. Here you can create phototypes of various studies required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce the head of food staff production. Cooking ways. Pleased to meet you all. Your work has involved no small amount of trial and error, but after many cycles of painstaking labour, I dare say we have created the finest cuisine our guests could ask for. I've learnt all about the essential ingredients for the healthy and balanced diet, from the reference minerals we've received. Why I have particularly worn words from those individual pages. Naturally, we have also considered easing of the growth and production. We will not want the for the ingredients. I must insist you try some. We have fresh stock recently prepared on the count of because we just woke up and we're all quite famished. Up along to the platform here, and you'll find a storage unit full of deliciable delights. Help yourself to anything you like. And this is all in the moon. Wow. That sounds like Final Fantasy 14. It is. I mean 14. Sounds like Final Fantasy 4. Hey, it sounds like Final Fantasy 4. This is awesome. That's so cool. It's Final Fantasy 4 kind of. This is awesome. You open the storage unit and find a rainbow-coloured astonishing of carrots. The unusual orange carrot, the particular-looking blue carrot, the vibrant yellow carrot, the ominous and grimaces carrot. From wandering to the tips, no scratches or blemishes mirror this inconsiderate specimen. Nevertheless, if not for the extent length of grit, one might think it was an ordinary carrot. I'll eat it. On second thought, you elected to simply take an obvious large carrot for now, due to the bizarre quantities of would be produced to ask cooking ways whether it is safe to eat. Fair enough. So, did any of our selections set your mouth to watering? Ah, yes, a fine choice. One of my personal favourites, actually. Please dig in. I'm eager to hear what you think. Do I really have to eat it? With great trepidation, you take a bite out of the carrot. There is a satisfying crunch as you sink your teeth into the orange skin, and a warm, tingling sensation runs down your spine. With a second bite, a wave of aroma washes over you, and you down a bliss as you finish the aversion blade leaves you with an inspiring crave for another carrot. What did you think? Unlike anything you've ever tasted, yes? The carrot is happy. Happiness is full of bursting in nutrients and is grants to leave you feeling satisfied. It's a staple among us librarians. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help you sleep, and so you see, we have a carrot for every occasion. These carrots are extraordinary. Then why do you seem so disappointed? If they're lacking somewhat, we need to know. I take it to you. I'll take it you two had a wholesome of carrots to choose from and naught else. If I may ask, what exactly did these collaborations share with you about this cuisine of itineraries? Surely you are aware we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could eliminate. Of course we are, but, well, it was only quite recently that we established contact. Even holding a conversation was a struggle at first, so imagine our surprises when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear distractions, and shared amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for the endwalker I found, we would have been at loss where to begin. And so we decided, rather than divide our resources to prepare varieties of middling and prolific satisfied meals, it would be more efficient to devolve our efforts to the production of a single perfect food. That's all well and good. But man, carrots cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? You mean steaming them, boiling them, roasting them, and the like? I suppose we could prepare a carrot in other ways, but our primary concern was efficiency, and what's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot's fresh from production? A rather strange approach to take for one named Cooking Way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, Cooking Way isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. You know that otherwise infallible places of Watcher Speaks. After we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that has formed our collaborations, we learned your language, version presents continues to verb injections, just the basics. Then we found the term related to our giving task and used them to form a new names. Aren't they useful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. Wherefore distance they kind deemed such a strange necessary. When the rest of your people arrive, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. We'll never be able to pursue our general names anyway. I see. I hope our critics, such as they are, were helpful to you. Although, if you should decide to prefer fauna and flora from Ixtla as well, you would be able to offer the passengers a lot more balanced diet. Until such day, one I pray comes sooner than later, it would appear there is naught but carrots on the menu. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to other necessaries, shall we? Our clothing production, I'm sure, is impressed this way. Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 4. Final Fantasy 4. Jump. 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 going the wrong way. You go there. Ow. Here we are, the approval production station. We've chosen the employ more traditional methods for this task, creating mechanics. Heidelin and her infantry wisdom blessed us with the self-same avidity for magic her people possess. We have our other amazing talents, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them, but I will engage you with the details another time. That said, we did run onto the spot of trouble at first. Our magic alone was not significant to see our work done. In the end, we discovered crystallizing ether was a wonderful crystal that could provide us with extra this need. Why, how restful. Ah, the sweet sound of reconnection. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about your habits of changing your tires to match your chosen profession for the sake of efficiency, I presume. This has also been taken into account with our design, but why take my word for it when you can simply try it out close? Make yourself known to the workers and they will see the rest. Ah, it's you, one of the visitors from Etheries. Goodness me, Mapperways wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the watches. Oh, right, you're here to try out some tropes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? An outfit that symbolizes my bloodness, something simple but yet functional, fashionable and refined. Yeah, we'll go fashionable. Fashionable, right. This will only take a moment. All finished. A perfect fit, if I do say myself. I'll be honest, I know nothing of fashion, let alone fashion of either ways, but the wager on no one down there has ever worn anything like this fine. perhaps you can start a new trend. Would you look at that, speechless, and there I thought you may not like it. If you are in mind to try something else, why not speak to my fellow assassins? I'm sure they'll be happy to oblige. You must continue wearing this garment in order to progress. You will change back into your normal garments if you move too far away. Look to your map for garment changes areas of effect. Speak to the rest of this Okay. This is interesting. It's fun, but interesting. How can I help? Oh, you wish to try some clothes, really? Of course. It would be my honor. Did you have anything in mind? Got anything a little more fair? I'm looking for clothes with a rather different design. I think I can handle it. Let's see. This should do. It's getting better. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be rare for everyone to request clothing with a focus on form over function. Thankfully, I had a spare quantity of robe made using a different fabric. I think it should rather fit. I was worried that the concept would turn out put to the proof, but it looks stunning on you. Won't you go and show Liv way? I'm sure she'll eager to see what we've come up with. Why don't we look splendid? The result of much trial and error but I know quantity works when I see it. Shh, you need to speak. I can see your addiction for the moon, and where liberates are in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having some unique other creations. Sorry to have keep you waiting. They insist we sample all their concepts when we return. Virtually, it seems most becoming. I think it's past time to return these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet with your approval. So whatever are we doing wrong? The Watchers taught us that in this time, everyone wore the same robes. To do otherwise was against social equity. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by trolling the robes to specific professions, but please, you mustn't be so hard on yourself. Should we resolve in excavating the people of Evenshire, they will most certainly have need for your tires. This clearly you spread no effort in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Speaking of myself, what I wear now better suits my taste, even if it is of inferior making. But these are others, those choices may be influenced by current traditions or personal experience. Rather than making assumptions for the while, you must consider the individual and their prudence. I fear we underestimated the complexity of diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every time we received, I doubt we'll have feared much. Maybe we're doing you a deserve trying to show you without bubbles and flubberies. Think it was for your benefit when you be better off on your own. There are some who might agree. People who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I like to ask you a question. This plane to escape the final days. Did it account for the reflections of the source as well? Not that I'm aware of, but we're born of Highland love for and salvation of the people of the star, and that star alone, has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devolve ourselves by saving one world than to divide our efforts across 14 and risk falling them all. I suppose you're right. Liveway, might we have leave to explore the best ways borrows unattended? You have given us so much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later then. If I may, I should like to accompany thee for a while longer.
Really?
I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wished to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? My apologies, I wasn't trying to spy on anything. Everyone's been talking about the visitors coming from Earth, and I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I was excited at first, but now I'm worried. What if the people refuse to come? What if we can't save them? It's clear we made a mess of things. Oh, but wait. You still haven't visited the Dominus side. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is. I'm sure of it. I'll be waiting for you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, and the name is Way, by the way. See you soon.
Hello guys, I'm back.
Yeah, sorry about that. I've decided to go to the toilet as well, so. But yeah, anyway, let's get back into this action. And yeah. You're here. You're really here. Thank you so much. Sorry, what should I call you? Lee Douglas? Crikey. Even your name is amazing. Well, Lee, we be used to teleporter to enter the residential area. Whenever you're ready. Residential. Oh. Residential, eh?
Ready in the teleporter.
Oh, cool. Voice acting. Don't need to read. Nothing happened.
Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Where did Agus go?
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side.
No, it's not. The final days are coming.
The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Atheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Or quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Most definitely.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Idle musings. 'Tis no trifle, thou dost ask. Yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realised the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
He's a nice young man. So cute. All I want to do is hug them, squeeze them. So tiny and cute. Gosh, what an embarrassment. I promise to be careful from now on. Since the residential quarters are closed for now, I've rerouted the teleporter to allow travelling between floors instead of hopping. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. A shame you couldn't see it though. You really would like it. You can now travel between upper and lower levels of the best way road via teleport. I've got some new stuff. It may not seem like it, but we've been planning for this far longer than I care to admit. Each time we woke up, we have long discussed about how to save as many of you as we can. It felt like everyone had an opinion in this or that. But the one thing we all agree upon was that the people in Aetheres wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. That's why we strive to make the moon a vibrant, magical place. They hope at the chance to visit rather than wait for the flames of oblivion to get them off details and focus them to accept our invitation. The residential headquarters may not be up to the necessary standard just yet, but they are plenty of other places worth seeing. We'll already have a look around the characterism, but wait until you see what's waiting for you at the east end of the borough. Follow me. Go into a fight, it's like Final Fantasy IV. If you've ever played Final Fantasy IV, the themes like that, and it's like, oh, this is so cool. So far, this is the best expansion ever. So far, and also, there's been like bloody, you know, at one point you know, you get a knife and it just goes kabam straight into your chest, and it's like. Good, you're here. Although this door is Great Endwalker, it was named as such because it's a value to end of all values, the most beautiful forest you've ever seen. We understand that people in Idrisra enjoy taking leisure walks through natural spaces and the likes, so I'm sure you'll enjoy it. How about we start with the nice troll of the fountain this way? What did you think of the forest? Isn't it positive, pleasant, simply sublime? I couldn't see the forest or the trees. You're pulling my tail. You're in the forest right now. Building this place was a challenge. Let me tell you, since we were born here, we have never seen trees in person before, let alone the forest. The information sent by our collaborators is quite enlightening, but after much debating, we decided to use crystalline contrasts in place of living trees. And thanks to our atmospheric accelerator system, this place produces air as clean as that you find in the forest of Eslos. The fountain here, behind us, powerful by the rather light crystal adoring, its top plays a virtual role in supplying us with fresh water. Sometime the efforts was spent making it a most spiritual of spears, and I dare say in polling around this speaks of itself. I enjoy nothing more than a nice long stretch and a spot of relaxation. Whenever I come up here, you look like you could do with a stretch yourself. I blind? I can't find it. That's the spirit. I feel more relaxed simply watching you. A slight worth of my memory years spent building this place. If it's not too much to ask, it's always been a dream of mine to take a walk through the forest with someone from intensely. Could we maybe? You will? Oh. Be this my woollen whiskers. I was thinking, Lee, that I could be more helpful to you by teaching you a little about the moon and what it is we do. When we were first created, the moon's sole purpose was to hold Xenogrok, and there was absolutely nothing to be found here. Even truly, Kaladin gave us our first task, flourishing the moon with population system capable of facility travel to other stars. It sounds impressive, and I suppose in some respect it is, but was only possible thanks to the knowledge of Heidelin sharing us. We also had a lot of time to get it done. 6,000 years to give or take. But anyway, let's keep on going. What? No. Not sure what it is you do with crystals in Ilsva, but we don't eat them, and certainly do not do this one. Certainly not this one. It's processed by all 6 elements: wind, light, fire, ice, and water. We use crystals like these to maintain the moon element's equilibrium. It's worth mentioning though that because of Heidelin's influence being the imbalance of Trigillian and stats of all manipulating the elements here is different than it might be on Aetheris. A conjunctus of fire would soon dry in your clothes, then singling them, for example, putting simply a etheric condition, are all suited to grow, which is why the surface is much barren. Of course, the walls are necessary to keep the range of eagles of Exodia in check. This may come as your surprise, but we didn't begin building the habitable area until after the population system was ready. Considering how long it took, I wish we started sooner. Who would have thought we needed 4,000 years to make all this? It certainly wasn't work you dare rush either. We had to create infrastructure and countless supporting systems, some of which wouldn't be operational until 100 years later. And then there was that brief period where our productivity came to a screeching halt, when the bizarre red satellites was sent up to Etheros and Agil's mischief, I think. We thought maybe some sort of negative anchor was colliding with Zodiac. All we could do was stand by and brace ourselves for the worst. I can't... What was that? I can't tell you how relieved we were when Heidelin informed us of its destruction. Oh yes, there was much joyous harmony in that day. Sorry. So, do you notice anything particular about these treetops? I mean, apart from the fact that massive crystals are not trees. Oh, sure. I'll give you a hint. It's a golden ring emanating from the glowing spears, along with the device fixing the seal. They fulfill the role of simulating our sun, and it's so better than the sun and similar crystalline objects in the great expansion, radiating energy that is harmful to your body. These rings shield you from that energy while allowing you to breathe in perfect amount of sunlight, or rather a close proximity to it. Pretty impressive, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if you look closely, you'll see different types of trees have either so slightly different colour features. Yes, indeed, this forest certainly is the greatest. There was something else I wanted to tell you, but right. The popularity system is inhabited facilities were completed around 2,000 years, and with that, the most important feature were to fit full purpose, which was all well and good, except we still knew absolutely nothing about the present day of people of Etheris. Why not go and visit Etheris yourself? You might ask, strictly forbidden. Our technology and knowledge of the moon truly poses exploit for evil ends, and the result could be disastrous. Even then, there were a few more rejoinings, and it became increasingly difficult to convince with Heidelin. Fear we might lose the ability to communicate with her altogether, we precede her to finding people in etc. we could trust to help. We were quite fortunate everything worked out as it did. Yeah. With all the expel of routine inspections and maintenance, we remained asleep and awaited, hopefully, Heidelin, who found someone who would help us. Eventually, she did, and though her powers were wandering, we were able to speak to them directly for a short while. We shared with them everything we could, including our knowledge of the heavens and a means to travel to the moon. Our certainly didn't waste any time with that. We taught them no more than a few years after that, and collaborated funds a means to convoy messages and supplies to us from down below. With all the letters, books and other resources they spent, we learned through to start making more meaningful changes to the moon. And now we're here, hopefully enjoying yourself as much as I am. I knew you would like the great Enzla. I knew it. Thank you again for coming here. By the way, I know it's just a walk though, the forest, but it means a lot to me. There you are. I take it you've already received the grand tour. A shame we missed it. Grolliway, I've been looking all over for you. Oh, is this about the teleporter to the Resident Evil area? No, never mind that. We have more pressing matters in our hands. I will be calling an emergency meeting shortly, and your attendance is required. Really? I can't imagine why you need me there. But if you insist, we won't be away long, so you all are more than welcome to continue looking about the burrows. Now come along, Grolliway. Before we arrived, you seemed to be in the midst of rousing conversation with your guide. Did you learn anything important? spent 12,000 years repairing this. With the important hour fast approaching, I can certainly understand their restlessness, but still, it remains to be seen if the people can be pursued to evacuate, even there are yet no signs of the final days. That's more, the technology of in this place defines imagination, and I doubt there are many who would readily come to terms with living in such surroundings. Whoever else collaborates are, unless they are progress into the world's most charming personality, or a means of ability, evacuating people may will meet with the great deal of restriction. Indeed, even if faced with annihilation, the decision for full stake in all one knows cannot be made lightly. Forgive me, friends, but I must beg your leave. There is another matter which yet begs for my attention. Of course, we can come to you if you like. Nay, that will not be necessary, if you will excuse me. It's clear now that different decisions lie ahead for us. Preparing for the evacuation of intelligence is indeed crucial, but I am not yet willing to forsake our world and its reflections. And I trust I am not alone in my reluctance. Back to old tricks. Did Ilderos seem strange to you? More so than usual? I mean, I know he has a penchant for keeping his own console, but I'll be lying if I said I wasn't worried. Would you go and see if he's alright? Stola and I will remain here and see what else we can learn about the final days. If you hurry, perhaps you can catch him up upon them. That was a real surprise. Getting Final Fantasy IV combat sounds. That's brilliant. I haven't heard that music in ages. It's great. appears to be Thangrid. Yurzra appears to be heading towards the entrance of Bestway Burrows. Is Thangrid ventures off into the mirror for a reason unknown. You must tend carefully, else he might sense your presence. Follow Lazarus for a safe distance and observe until the end. Done. Just like that. Easy, easy.
Thine arrival is timely as ever. Thou didst chance to overhear my conversation with Livingway, I presume? 'Twas not mine intent to move in shadow. Nevertheless, I have been asked to do that and more yet again.
Wonder why.
Is it so plain that these strangers could intuit it at a glance? my capacity for silence and secrecy and duplicity. When Grahatir did contrive to deliver the first at the price of his own life, I was complicit in the scheme. A sacrifice averted for a mercy. Would that I could say the same for Menphilia. One life for one world. And by that bloody bargain brokered by my hand were the scions robbed of a dear comrade, and Flamine her beloved daughter. Two souls, whose selflessness was beyond measure, whose resolve was unshakable. They would not be moved even had I thought to protest. But protest I did not. Far from it. I pushed them forward. No effort did I make to seek out alternatives, ones that would not demand such terrible costs. That resignation weigheth heavy on my mind, as does the memory of another lost to mine inaction. Dearest Moonbringer, who did face death unflinching, that we might secure a means to bring low the Ascians. In her hour of need, I did naught. Dutiful disciple of Louisoix, ever looking to the greater good. Had I shut mine eyes and bid her live instead, mayhap she would be with us today.
Oh, don't say that. She sacrificed herself for us to carry on with the story and to beat the bad guys. So, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, guy.
Selfish wants born of everlasting regrets. Most days I put them from my mind, but could think of naught else when asked to swallow the same bitter draught. Subterfuge and sacrifice. Mayhap the right moral choice, but one I regard with great trepidation. The calamity of Amarot was a tragedy beyond reckoning, one which must never again come to pass. Thus must we struggle, haunted by ghosts of those we have lost, clinging to those we pray we can yet save. But what of those we cannot? How do we make peace with the dreadful algebra of necessity?
Sometimes there's no right answer. Have faith in yourself and your decision. Take heart and protect those who can. Would that be that we had time to weigh in the costs? I like that one, so let's go with that one.
Sage counsel indeed. I see. Wisdom as befits a great worm. Curious that he should think thee in need of such encouragement. Strange. Scarcely can I remember when last we spoke alone, and so candidly. I thank thee. For all my supposed skill with words, I find it difficult to express such private thoughts. As for the Loporrit's proposition, I will take time and consider how to respond. 'Twould be to our mutual benefit if we could converse more openly with our aspiring caretakers. A concern I should be glad to address on the Scion's behalf. To dispense with all pretense and bare one's heart to another is a frightening thing indeed. But we cannot move forward ere we take that bold first step. A lesson I have learned many times before. And today.
What are they saying? Curse these ears! I've heard bugger all!
That was spying on us. Yeah. Oh shit.
No matter. We've got our plans.
They remind me of Copos. In truth, my reason for travelling hither was to effect a plan of my own, a plan which may prevent a way forward for us all. May I say there is no guarantee for success, but it's the reason I set out alone. That failure should it come would be mine and to be alone. Yet though standing before me with offered hand and open heart, twill be remiss of me to refuse the empty, and so I asked who would join in my endeavour. I thank thee for accompanying me. It's a simple plan. In truth, we shall not be long away from best ways. Difficult decisions must need be made in the coming days, but I nevertheless believe we are all of one mind in our desire to save the people in ethers. So, make clear out society to the lover odds. I would offer them a gift, but it makes those choirs of most sincerely agreements. Evidence of spongy excellent. I changed to spy this crescent when crossing Zodiac Eastwell prison. Use a spell taught to me by the noooos. I believe these snail snuff by gift of which fashion. The magnetic required combustible, however, might I prevail upon thee to stand watch while I perform this engagement. bam. You guys are just gonna keep getting reported, mate. Surveying the nearby area, you see no sign of potential threats. This will be a good opportunity to see how Arizgray is going this year. Remains fixed on his work. It's done. The Megatrick ink, which oozed the infidence as that craft by the nooooo. Rare is the occasion I would conjure my own, but is nevertheless the most useful skill. The result production is a limited process of no potential properties, but it's a huge is one of my own choosing, which I pay the laboratories will appreciate. Lee, Aglaret, oh thank goodness, I thought you had been eaten by, or had perhaps fallen into the crater. Estella has been looking all over for you, Lee. She says she needs to speak with you about something, the most urgent, dire event, even. She was also quite clear that she wishes to speak with Lee alone, which means I'm afraid you must stay behind. But not worry. But worry not. It's just so happens we need your help with an errand delivering a package from the watch place to the Beast Burrows. It's quite large and heavy, perhaps even too heavy for a poor old lobberfoal. And we would be ever so grateful if you could lend us a hand. Oh, I should. How about an extra hand before I go there? No. That won't be necessary. Ugly can help more than suffice. And I'm sure you don't want to risk any getting on your side's bad side by keeping her waiting. She seems pricky. Now, off you go. No worry, Lee. I shan't be long. Stream very shortly, and probably do a stream on Thursday. But we'll see. Because I've been streaming for about 6 hours now, so I think 6 hours is kind of be long enough, right? I'll do this quest anyway, get completed, and then what we'll do is and we'll move on. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Oh, Lee, we thought you would be away for far longer. Huh? Okay, something doesn't seem right. A desired emergency. I said no such thing. But as you are here, I could use your assistance with one small matter. Running away, a companion of Gralloway apparently has much to tell us of the final days. The problem, however, is that he is determined to live up to his name and refuses to say still long enough for us to hold a conversation. Is there any way he will likely to resist, or perhaps there's a way to slow him down? Well, what's the rush? I was thinking we should wait here, maybe enjoy a cold mug of carrot juice. No. Well, if it's really that important, you can try using these balls of mouse flesh, not to confuse with the other thing. Runaways' other noble feature is his sense chatter, so you'll have no trouble finding him in a crowd, and when you do, try lobbing your balls at him. Cruel, but if it proves effective, he will be the greatest Insvar. When last I saw him, let's split up and find him. Search for the surroundings. Okay, cool. Right. Oh, crap. Gotcha! Bruh, what happened? Oh, I was not supposed to throw it. What? What's that in there? What happened? Ah. Oh, that's smart. If this was meant to be a joke, it isn't funny. Found him. Yay! After the third try. Yes, I am runaway. Do you mind explaining why you hit me in the face with your balls of mouse flesh? I'm highly knowledgeable about the final days. Ah, that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard since I woke up. Who told you that joke? As if we got time to look into the final days when there's so much to do before the great voyage. It's true that Hylidan did impact to us some knowledge of events, but I know about as much as any other Moflopper around here, unless probably. I don't know why anyone would think it is funny to go around and telling people I'm an expert, but they better hope I don't get my paws on them. Sorry, I couldn't be of more help, but if there's anything else, I've work to do. And I'm off. I couldn't find either hide nor hear of him. Where did you fear? How did you fear, sorry? So he knows no more than the others. Care to explain yourself, Growlyway? Oh, well, you see, I misheard, yes. That's it. I misheard. Terribly sorry about that. I'm afraid my drawings are blank, though. Try as I might. I can't remember who I was thinking of. On an unrelated note, what of Ahod? I'm sure you spoke with him earlier, but did he say when he will be returning? On his way to the watch place with Livingway. Between Growlyway suddenly collapse of memory and our lack of other leads, maybe our time should be better spent leaning over a hand. What? Now hold on a moment. It's all coming back to me now. Yes, I remember. The information you're looking for is in the archives. Yes, that's where you'll find all sorts of useful knowledge, including the pertinent of the final days. Something's telling it lives. Right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you guys had a lovely time. And I shall see you next Thursday. I'm not gonna do a stream tomorrow. I'm taking tomorrow off. I'm going to be visiting family and stuff like that. And yeah, I shall see you guys sometime in yeah, next week, just after Christmas kind of scenario. But yeah, anyway, I'll catch you guys later. See yous.